Alright, just going to talk about oil coolers here. This is from the dreaded Ford 6 liter, which some people love, some people hate. I personally, I love them. Mine works super good. So, it's always this: if we knew then what we knew now. So here's what I'm running into. So let's see if we can get a light on there and see this. So I took this one apart and see, look at that. See that crack? Crack. Crack. Right? So guys are just beating these things up a little bit too much, trying to get them out. Even right there, there's a crack forming. And yeah, you put an expensive kit in and put it all back together and do all your fancy dancy stuff and it leaks. So then you end up having to find another bottom one here. See, this one has, see, some, oh no, that's just casting. No, it's not. Right, so this one has nothing. See, no cracks. So you can tell there's a few different kind of ways that they make these and whatnot. You can see kind of like right there how that one's a little bit different than that one, but still they all do the same thing. So this is off of like a VT365, like the international style one, which is can be a little bit different on the top piece, but these top pieces are usually fine. I never usually see any problems up there. I have seen issues there. I've seen a bolt stuck in there before, restricting the oil flow. But yeah, this is like the third truck I've had in a row where I've had to do a repair, and I just had the oil cooler done, and yeah, then there's big cracks all over the place, and I gotta go find an old core, and then what are these things? Sooner or later they're gonna run out. So it's just a word to be careful. Like I like to use a piece of wood when I do it. I used to have a nice dowel from an old broomstick, but just get whatever you can get that's soft. Get some brass. I'll just use something like that just to get it started on the one that's really protruding. And support it on a couple of pieces of wood like that too, just to absorb the shock, and just slowly work these things off. Otherwise, they're cracked, and you go through all the work to put these engines together, and then they leak, and then it's a big mess, and it takes longer. The other thing I want to talk about quickly is these fire rings. So machinists have to know what they're doing to put these in, and you'd think that they would just do extra good jobs on these valves. This one, someone has done work to this engine, and I'm not saying that it was a bad mechanic or anything like that, but it was blowing off rocker arms, and I took this head in to get it checked, and there were issues with the valves not sealing up properly, and now we can't surface these heads. So luckily it's pretty clean, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay putting it back together. But it's kind of like a one-shot deal then, and you more or less you wreck the head. There's a lot of labor involved in getting these fire rings out, and I see just as many 6 liters come in with high miles with bolts as I do studs, and it's just really all about that right foot and managing your exhaust temperatures, I guess. But nonetheless, really pay attention to these oil coolers, or you'll be doing it over and over again, and it's not an easy job.